Hey guys, how you doing? I've got a quick tutorial here showing you how to test your builds, your HTMLs, your emails in email on Acid. As you can see on the top left, the logo says email on Acid. You've built your HTML, you want to test it. So the first little bit I'm going to go through with you is here, which is called campaign pre-check. So with this, you just have to hit start check-in, and then you get to this page. And then once you get to this page, it'll tell you whether to load your HTML or to enter URL or send this. In our case, we will just need to paste it in there. So once that's done, we are going to hit next. Okay, so here you'll be asked to say send a name. You can put a pre-header, a subject line in here, and then you go next. And then here's some information about your campaign, and you go next. So here's just more information. Next. So it says congrats, you are good to go. Keep going. So here it's telling you that you need to put some alt text. You see, set image alt text on some of the images. So there you go, you'd need to put the alt text here, and it tells you contrast ratio, basically black to white. Okay, some stuff you can ignore. Hit next. Here's it's telling you, so for whatever reason, if you're going on a device that's 200% instead of 100%, things are gonna look like this. But that's probably because on this bit the line height wasn't set properly. So yeah, so when you see when you put your line height, make sure your line height is good enough. So if this font size is 30, make sure the line height is a bit more like 36 or 40, so that it kind of looks like how it looks here. Yeah, so that's probably why that's bunching up like that. Hit next. Hit next. It shows you like how your links are, showing in there. Gives you some information. Are they broken? Are they working? That kind of thing. Hit next. Hit next or skip. Okay, so this is just a little bit strict. Sometimes you just be hitting a lot of next. But this is for set the photo images. Okay. Yeah, you can hit next on this one. Actually, if you go on the previous one, you'll see that it's also telling you that some of the attributes are not set. So for example, this one, the height is not set. Height is not set. Yeah, you might want to put in heights. So it's just giving you a heads up, really. I would set in email clients will stretch your image if the height attributes are not put in. And here it does a good thing actually for all your animated GIFs. As you can see here are the animations. So for setting email clients, like for example, optimize your GIF frame. So for example, set a frame for Outlook. So you can choose to say I want the second image to be like what is displaying in Outlook if the GIF is not supported. All right. Hit next. Then here is telling you file size in terms of like, because normally it's good enough to keep like a file size like around the 300 KB if it's like a massive banner or something like that. So these images are pretty huge. This one's like 500 KB, that's why you get a warning. This one's like 1 megabyte, that's why you get a warning. It's a GIF, so it's sort of expected to be around this big number. But if you can crush it down and still maintain quality, it's something that you have to do. All these 52 KBs are pretty nice and small, so basically they get the green check. So yeah, it's good to keep the file size down. You can use image crushers to just keep the file size down, but sometimes you then lose quality. With that said, why is this keeping the file size important? It's because, so if you're viewing, say for example, images on a slow connection, or if you're using mobile data, somebody's gonna need to kind of wait a few more seconds for that image to load, and that kind of makes your email look terrible when the images are not loaded, because obviously you're using slow data, your 4G, or you have poor Wi-Fi connection if you're actually trying to view the email on a desktop or something. So this affects rendering in terms of how the images are gonna load. Okay, so that's why it's important to try to keep the file size down. So you hit next, These checks are pretty swift, so you just be hitting next sometimes, yep, and then yep, congratulations. No domains are blocking basically the email, which is good, otherwise it would have been thrown into spam. Okay, and then when you get to this point, it tells you to run previews, so that you can see how it looks on these email clients. So you just hit run test, and after you hit run test, all you'd need to do is let's see. Well, sometimes you have to wait a little bit for you see this one popped up, that one popped up, for the previews to show up. So this gives you an idea how your email is doing in terms of rendering in different email clients. So you can see on the web, you got all these browsers, Google, you got AOL, so you got a few browsers there, Office 365, Outlook.com, using the Edge browser, using the Chrome browser, Yahoo Chrome. How is it rendering? So it gives you a rough idea without you having to send to these individual places to see how your email looks. So we are just going to go into somewhere like, let's just go into iPhone by clicking, and then if I start scrolling up in this window, you can start to see how the email looks in that particular email client. That'll be a GIF, so probably sometimes it doesn't show the full image. If it's a GIF, it just pulls up a frame, so you shouldn't worry too much about that sometimes. And then you can use these arrow buttons at the top to scroll to different like email clients. So for example, Outlook, and then it shows you how that email is looking. If you're not happy with like how this pixel is, well, but this is a GIF, so you shouldn't worry too much. But if you're not happy with anything, basically it's a point where you can actually take the code, go back into like Dreamweaver, where you're coding your email, and just do some changes basically, and then redo the step of testing again. So yeah, this is pretty much it. And then you can hit the X to come out of it. And if you wanted to share that particular link with somebody, you can just literally, and that will, so this basically, after you've gotten the link, this will allow you to send that link to somebody so that they can actually, they won't need an email asset account to actually see the previews. So they can just literally just paste the link in the browser, and they'll be able to see the same test as well. So this could be your manager or the client that you're working for, so that they see how the email is looking in different email clients. So that would be that. And you know, you can hit the X to come out of that. And that's pretty much it. I hope this kind of helps you. So you probably need to create an email and asset account if you're interested in testing. Normally I use Litmus for testing, but I thought I'd just give you a rundown in email and asset as well. So yeah, I hope this helps you a little bit, and if it does, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching to the end. If you've liked this video, please hit the like button. It really helps. Thanks.